The exposure effect says that mere exposure to something can influence us. So I'll give you a couple examples that are often cited in the literature. Um, One that is probably particularly salient is if you've ever gone to a Target store and you walk in, what's the first thing you notice?
Everybody wears red.
Everyone has red.
Yep.
Everyone wears red. And sometimes there's a smell of popcorn from the snack bar, or at least there used to be.
Yep.
And they've done studies that find that if people feel hungry when they're shopping, they'll buy more stuff. Also, in your supermarket, there's a reason why the milk the only thing that you needed to come to the store for, the milk, is in the very back. So you have to walk past all of these other things. And then they have the impulse buys right next to the register. This is playing into our emotional being, but it's also using this idea of mere exposure can influence you. There's also a study that is a little bit odd, but these professors decided to have random women students attend their big lecture course at different intervals. So like woman one only attended a couple times, woman two attended many times, woman three attended the most. And then they would ask class members at the end, which one of these women would you rate the highest in attractiveness? What they found was that the woman who attended the course the most, who showed up in class, was rated the most attractive. So there's this familiarity breeds trust factor to exposure. So, if you show up and are visible as a master, as a leader, it's really important. It's also really important, we'll talk about this in a minute, the way you present yourself, because people will make snap judgments, whether we like it or not, based on that. But yes, in negotiations, there's something called the pegging principle, which is if you have a lot of information going into a negotiation, you should throw out the first number, because studies show that usually the first number that you throw out and the next number that the opposition throws out, you end up somewhere close to the middle of that. Now, if you don't have a lot of information, like you don't know how much something should cost, you should let the other person throw out the number first, because there's asymmetrical knowledge on that. So just the mere exposure to a number will dictate the way an entire negotiation will go.
I'm just cheating to look to see when this episode is going to air for the end of the year review for Brothers, so they're a little bit better prepared when they go in for that.
Yeah, exactly.